What's up, guys? Is this working? I don't know if it is. Maybe it is. It says there's 24 of you out there. I'm trying to see my chat. Oh, the eagle screech. Hold on a sec here. Hold on a second here. Oh, man. My chat's not working. Hang on a minute here. My chat's not working. Kona says hi. I've been out for a little bit, but I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, my chat window's glitching out a little bit here. Let me turn off this music a little bit. So I'm trying to figure out how to get my chat where I've got rusty all over again at this live streaming thing. Now I got to figure out how to do it all over again. I got to switch windows here so I can see what you guys are saying. Oh, man. How have you guys been? It's good to be back. It's good to be back. Ball Boyz Detailing. How you doing, man? This one's all for you. I came across your channel just today and I was like, hey, this is your first video. You're touching on my stuff. I gotta watch this, and we'll see it in real time here. I haven't watched it yet, so we're gonna react here in real time. So Ross Cade says, trying to keep a polished tanker clean. What do you recommend? Well, if it's polished already, like really polished, my Liquid X wash would be great. My foam wash would be great. My Stars and Stripes stuff, is good as long as you don't let it dry on there before you rinse it. Once it gets worn out, though, once you start getting some oxidation on there and some of that crusty stuff on the surface of it, my M-Shine wash would be a great solution to get that off of there and get it back to the shiny surface. M-Shine would be the one that I would recommend for that. But otherwise, to just keep it nice, just keep it clean, keep after it. Don't let anything sit on it. I don't know if you're dealing with, like, in my neck of the woods, we have road salt and stuff like that, and a lot of guys in my area really work hard to make sure that stuff does not sit on polished aluminum for long. So that's a big perk. You definitely don't want to let it sit on there for too long. Let me see here. I'm just trying to see if I can get my chat back in here. My software is glitching out. So I am able to see the chat, but I gotta switch windows. Okay, here we go. All right, I just fixed it. I wish these kinks would work themselves out offline, but all right. So you're in Dallas, huh? Yeah. So down there, I don't know what the factors are as much. I'm not as familiar. I'm from up in New England, but I'm sure it's the same thing where you want to keep after it and keep it clean in general and not let it sit too long before you rinse it off. I imagine down there you got a lot of dust issues and stuff like that. I think I've heard things like that down in Texas. But heck, let's watch this video with the Ball Boyz Detailing channel. This is pretty exciting. This is Ball Boy's first video. And I thought this would be really neat because it seems like he has a great style on video, and I'm really excited to see what Ball Boyz does with this over time. I'm going to give him a subscribe. Here we go. Boost up his numbers. He's got 25 subscribers now. So let's go follow Ball Boyz Detailing. Give this guy a boost. Let's see what we got here. Look at this. He got the whole line. Like nearly everything. Totally made my day.
Hello and welcome to Ball Boyz Detailing's first YouTube video. Today we are checking out a shipment of chemicals we got from Chem-X. Now these I paid for myself. It is not a sponsored video, so there's no biases here. This is just something I found online that I thought was super interesting in chemicals I wanted to try out.
I love that.
Giving a review to those that want to try it out for themselves or just wanted to watch our YouTube videos.
I just want to watch.
First up is this Stars and Stripes. This is 100% a touchless wash system. So what that means is you spray this on first. You can use it either in a foam cannon, a downstream injector. There's many ways you can use it. Spray this on first and then spray on these stripes second. This is your acid. As you can see here, the pH. They've got pH labels on both bottles in the top left. You spray the stars on first and then the stripes. Very patriotic, but designed for the big rig. Most of his chemicals are designed for the big rig semi industry. So those big trucks are a little hard to get into every nook and cranny to put a mitt on or brush or whatever. It can be really hard to get to all the areas. So, and it can take a lot of time. So he's developed this touchless wash system to speed up the time and to leave great results. So this is up first.
Cool. Yeah, so they are that's very accurate. These soaps are designed for trucks. You know, I mean that's always been my clientele. You know, I've always been around that industry and worked around that industry, and so they are designed to save time on huge projects that are really hard to get hands on and everything. And they're designed to be safe on everything on a show truck. So polished aluminum, glass, the clear coat, and all the paint and everything. Like I don't want to do anything negative to anybody's stuff because that's like a nightmare. And something that I've, you know, after working, you know, I've worked hands-on in this industry for over 20 years now. So like I've gone through the pain of having soap that does things that you didn't want. So like that's a big thing. I always wanted to make sure that the soaps are safe. But a lot of people ask me, can the soap be used on cars? And so absolutely, you know, the surfaces I mentioned, like mirror polished aluminum, that's the hardest thing to not mess up when you're doing a touchless wash, in my experience. And cars are made of the same things. You got the glass, clear coat, chrome, you know, stuff like that. And so there's really been no issues on cars at all with these formulas. So they're really good shortcut for detailers as well. So like Philip Kraus asks right here, I just noticed, he said, auto detailing, is your touchless system good for running a business? And I think it would be a huge shortcut. You know, if I were a detailer working in the field, I would think that it would be a gigantic time saver, and it eliminates the risk of scratching the surface. So that's a big deal. But yeah, so I would definitely say, you know, yes, it's designed on trucks. It can be used on cars, and I think it would be huge in the detailing industry.
Next up, we've got snake oil. Really funny name, but really cool product as well. It is a ceramic spray on touchless system. Again, touchless, really cool, speeds up the process, specifically designed for those big semis, but can also be used on cars. All of these are safe on cars as well, so you do not have to have a big rig to use these. You can use them on your everyday grocery getter. This snake oil is designed to give you 60 to 90 days of protection, as it says right there. Does say the pH up here, your 4 to 5 pH. And then all your dilution ratios down here. But it is a touchless, really quick spray on, spray off. So if you're washing regularly every 2 to 3 months after you're done using either the Stars and Stripes or whatever car wash you use on a regular basis, put this in your foam cannon, rinse this, spray this on, rinse it off, and you've got 2 to 3 months of protection. In the wintertime, I'm sure if you live in an area like me up here in Idaho, we get a lot of road salt in the winter. So if you're wanting to get good protection, you probably are gonna have to use it more in the winter time to keep up that layer of protection, as the road salts and the harsh winter tends to break those down a little bit quicker. Next up is their heavy duty. It is a
That was a great rundown, man. I appreciate that. Very, very on point. Lewis asks, where's your shop at? And I'm from Boston, and my partner want to come down and get some products. I'm over in Agawam, man. I'm about an hour and 15 west of Boston. So if you want to swing in, you know, we tell people just to go on the website and order whatever you want, and just at checkout you can just select local pickup. So everything will already be all set, pulled for you. You know, you just come in, let us know when you're here. That's an option. Or if it's over, I think it's set at $199 on the value of the order on my website, and then you get free shipping. If it's under that, it's about $15, which doesn't quite cover the cost of shipping for me, but but yeah, I'd love to have you guys out if you want to swing in. That's how we do it.
Purpose degreaser, truck wash, kind of all in one product. Again, it does have the pH up here in the top left, and then all the dilution ratios down here in the bottom. This can be used in like engine compartments to get rid of some of the grease and grime. He uses it as a tire cleaner in his videos on YouTube. Can be used on the inside on like floor mats. It's a great all-around product. Now, according to what I've researched and looked into Chem-X, this was part of their touchless wash system before Stars and Stripes came out. Not, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he does have a video of him comparing the new Stars and Stripes compared to the old, and I believe he used this and something else. I can't remember what the other product is, but this was what they used to wash before the Stars and Stripes system. Next up, they've got M-Shine.
Yeah, you done your research, bud. Yeah, that was an older video. I can barely remember myself, but yeah, I used to have M-Shine, and Redline was the neutralizer I used for that, and that was a heavy duty is like a newer version of Redline almost. It's a sodium metasilicate. It's just a little bit better designed for degreasing. It's a little safer still on polished aluminum, and it just does a better job at removing greases and oils. And then we came up with Stars and Stripes, which did a better job at touchless than M-Shine and Redline did by quite a bit, actually. And so, yeah, that was a big improvement when we got into Stars and Stripes. Ball Boyz, thank you. I've absolutely loved using your products. They're definitely permanently in my lineup now. That's super cool, man. I appreciate that. It seems like you have a really cool channel. I'm looking forward to see what other content you come up with over time, man. YouTube is a lot of fun. It's something that I'm really glad I got into myself. So looking forward to it.
X. M-Shine is a aluminum cleaner. So again, it does have the pH up here in the top left, and then all of the dilution ratios down there on the bottom. It is designed for semis and polished aluminum. So if you spend a ton of money getting your wheels polished to a mirror finish and want to maintain that, this is a great cleaner that is safe for that polished aluminum.
As long as the aluminum is cold.
We've got a couple semis
it's hot.
that works. Hopefully we'll be able to show you how well this product works. Next up, they've got their Liquid X. Again, pH up here, dilution ratios down there. This is a polymer mitt wash. So it is a touch wash, more of a traditional wash. Okay, this is not ceramic infused, however, it does have a good amount of protection to it. More than just a regular soap.
Yeah, Liquid X is a polymer. It's a synthetic polymer. So it's a lot better than wax, but it's not nearly as good as SiO2. And snake oil works a lot better because it's a dedicated coating, SiO2 coating. There's no soap in it, so you have to wash this. You have to wash the vehicle first, get it clean, then you can put on snake oil. For some reason, we put the soap and the SiO2 together. It doesn't. It's like it cleans off the SiO2 at the same time. It doesn't let it bond. I don't know. We haven't really figured out how to make a good combination. But Liquid X is our best stab at it so far. But Philip Kraus wants to know: do you have an introduction package that one could order to start detailing? I also love your tools. Cool. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, I've got, if you go to my website, Chem-X.com, kits and combos, we just came up with a new one called the Complete Sampler Kit. And I think this would be a good start if you wanted to just try everything. I don't know. Because if you're detailing, you're tackling all kinds of stuff, the inside, the outside, all kinds of crazy things, you know. And so this kit comes with the whole lineup. I mean, you've got the Awesome Sauce, which is my SiO2 spray, which is a really nice detail spray, and you can use it after the wash, you know, touch-ups. Tire and Trim is a silicone tire shine, so it's very durable, works really well. I wouldn't use it in a body shop setting where anybody's going to be painting cars, though. The glass cleaner is really nice. The interior cleaner works really good. It smells great. That's the green tea scented interior cleaner that we put in this kit. And it cleans well, but it leaves a nice sheen behind as well. D-Lime 90 is citrus. That's 90% D-limonene, so that's just a really great way to remove sap or millings like tar and asphalt, kick up, things like that. A lot of my customers use it on heavy equipment for removing tar and asphalt, like paving boxes and dump trucks, things like that. Foam is a nice wash, neutral pH wash, and that's got no additives whatsoever. So if you're a professional detailer who just wants to clean something high-end, like a Lamborghini or something, and then he wants to put a coating on it that he prefers, whatever coating he prefers, foam is just a good soap to get things clean. Liquid X is a synthetic polymer mitt wash, so that just has a little protection left over after the wash. A lot of people like that one a lot. It's got a cherry smell that people like the most, I think. Snake oil is my foamable SiO2 sealant, so that works really well. I put on the label that it would be a 2 to 3 month coating. but it's actually more like 5 or 6 months, I think, from my experience over this past winter. So it's outperforming the label, which is good. I never want to over promise and under deliver. I always want to go the other way. And Stars and Stripes are used in foam cannons, 2 foam cannons. You put one over the other, and it gives you a legit touchless wash. So that works really well. You need a power washer to do it. You need to rinse really good. Heavy duty is a degreaser, an APC. So that's a great solution. And, you know, a good all-around product, something I use on the tires. And then M-Shine is a polished aluminum cleaner. Safe on chrome. A lot of people ask that. M-Shine is great on chrome for cleaning up brake dust and things like that. Great as a wheel cleaner, but it'll clean polished aluminum really well. So, I mean, that's a good lineup, I would think. That should be a good start if you're looking to try everything, you know. So, I hope that answers your question. Ball Boyz, I did a Liquid X and tire trim test video a few weeks back too. Cool, I'll have to watch that one. Yeah, for sure, absolutely. Philip says you'll order that. Thank you, man. That's cool. I hope you like it. And if you have any questions, you know, just give us a shout. You know, we're at 800-624-5403. Monday through Friday, we take calls there. And if we're not in, or if you don't get us right away, just leave us a message and we'll get back to you. We always want to make sure we can get in touch with everybody. So, all right, let's keep watching Ball Boyz here and see how this goes.
According to what they say, this is more designed to sheet water off instead of the ceramic, where it will create all those little water beads. If you've ever seen a video online of a true ceramic coating, you will see like a bunch of little teeny tiny water beads all over the paint. This will not do that. This is designed more to sheet water. And if you don't know the difference between sheeting and beading, I will show you later when we put these to use. But that's those two pretty interesting products. And last up is their tire and trim.
And this is a great rundown.
Ready to go product, ready to go now. No diluting, no foam cannons, no nothing. It is simple. Put the sprayer on and spray away. You can use this on tires. It does have apparently a strawberry scent. You can also, if you have like a Jeep Rubicon or anything with black exterior plastic trim, you can spray this on and it will gloss kind of that trim to give it more of an OEM. How it looks straight out of the factory kind of like rejuvenates it, makes it look like new. So that's the last of their products. So to test out Stars and Stripes, I waited.
This is gonna be good. This looks nice and dirty. This is perfect for a touchless wash test. Gavin's asking, do you suggest purchasing these products if I'm only detailing my own car, or is it only suggested for professional detailers? That's a great question. I actually design all my soaps for end users, actually more than detailers. I mean, detailers use them, but like my primary clientele is truck drivers. So they're kind of like detailers, but like in between when they're just working their trucks, you know, because they have to clean them like every day, keep after them constantly. And so they have to clean them themselves. And so all my stuff is designed to be very easy to use, forgiving, you know, and we're always very hands-on with all of our customers to help answer any questions as much as possible. So yeah, as an end user, I mean, I'm not a professional detailer, so I'm just doing it anyway, you know. So I guess that's how I would describe that.
Until my truck was absolutely filthy, and it is, I mean, filthy. That stuff's caked on. We still have snow on the ground and road salts, but I wanted to get it really dirty to see how good Stars and Stripes is. And what we're going to do is we're going to use heavy duty on the tires and the wheel wells. And we're going to do the driver side of the truck. We're not going to rinse before we wash.
This is a great test.
The passenger side, we are going to rinse before we put on the soap. So we'll see how strong it is, if it's better with a rinse, without a rinse, and then we are going to use heavy duty, diluted 10-to-1 on the tires and the fender wells.
Cool. This sounds like exactly how I would do it.
To show what kind of water we're working with, got, does it say 190 parts per million? So we do not have super soft water. It is, let's see what temperature.
Man, what is that gadget? I want to get one of those.
52 degree 52.5 degree temp. So we are working with hard water as well. I'm going to not dry it and see. I'm gonna use like a little leaf blower.
Man, that's exactly how I would roll too.
The majority of the water off. We're gonna see how well it dries without a towel or a drying aid.
Yeah, that's how I like to do it.
Now,
as well.
last thing before we get started is for foam cannons. We're gonna use two different kinds. We're gonna use a nice high-end, more professional foam cannon, and then we're gonna use a Amazon special $30 foam cannon. Nothing crazy. Both of them do have.
Yeah, Ball Boyz. What do you call that water tester thing? You say it's on Amazon. It's like a hard water tester or something like that. Let's see here. Wait, where is it? I'll have to look that up. I'll look that up later on. I don't want to bore you guys right now, but let me know what the name of that is because I want to grab one for sure. Yeah. First wash of the season. Winter's got to have hot steam. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I use cold water at my wash bay just because I like to see what I can do with the soaps alone, you know? But I do want to put heat in on one of the power washers and then do a side-by-side wash with heat on one side and no heat on the other and just see what happens. I'm sure that the heat will come out better because it just helps. I mean, it's like washing dishes. It's like anything, you know? Heat always helps.
Have the smaller orifice. I want to say it's the 1.1 size off the top of my head. And in his videos, in Chem-X videos on YouTube, he does say for a foam cannon to fill it up to 750 milliliters, which I'm not sure if you can tell, but both of these are filled right to the 750 milliliter mark. And then to fill it to 1,000 milliliters with soap. We're going to use Stars and Stripes, one in each foam cannon, and see how they turn out.
I love it. Yeah, there goes the heavy duty, 10-1, and that'll definitely get the. It does a great job on the rubber, getting the dirt out of the rubber and loosen up any greases. That's for sure. Yeah, that should definitely come out nice.
This paint has zero protection on it.
Zero protection on the paint. All right, cool. Ball Boyz says it's a TDS meter digital water tester. Man, you know what? I'm gonna get one of those. I'm gonna get myself a TDS meter digital water tester because if you have really hard water, it'll impact how good the wash goes. On a couple levels, it'll dry awful and it'll inhibit the soaps from working if you have really hard water.
So we're gonna break.
It's good to know about.
Up half and half. We're gonna do the passenger side first, and then the driver's side. On the passenger side, we did use heavy duty on the tires and the wheel wells. On the other side, we're gonna not use heavy duty, and we're gonna just see how it works, Stars and Stripes as it is.
What a great test. This is ideal.
You can see it's not very thick. Granted, we did use the cheaper foam cannon. I'm going to attribute the runniness of the soap to that because you'll see once we use the MTM foam cannon how much thicker the soap is.
Oh, really?
Now, both these do have the smaller orifice, and they are turned up all the way to draw as much soap as possible on the knob, on the top knob.
That was the only thing I was going to suggest.
Give you some thicker foam, but again, using the Amazon special, it will not do as good of a job as the MTM will, and you'll see here in a second.
So I guess that is a factor, you know. But I'll tell you what, like, I don't have the best quality foam thickness on the market. We're a little foam challenged.
So I think
performance is good, but the foam, man,
runnier than I want
to do better.
It to be. It is a little bit thicker from the MTM foam cannon, but it is a little bit of a runnier soap for sure.
Yeah.
So a little bit not as thick as I was expecting, but that doesn't mean it's a lesser quality soap.
So there's the specs right there, 1700 psi at 1.2. I mean, the foam would be a little better at a higher gallon per minute, a little bit, but yeah, I want our foam quality to be better, and that's something that we're always trying to get right. And I don't know why we have a hard time getting the foam quality up. I don't know, but hopefully we'll get it better as time goes on.
Instagram, TikTok super thick, crazy foam. And granted, that could be user error.
No.
But we'll get to rinsing this off and see how it turns out, and then we'll do the other side, which will be 100% just touchless.
Man, it's a pretty good first video for YouTube, man. I like the vibe. Oh. Nice. Great foam control, power washer control.
Before we go to the other side, one thing he does suggest on his YouTube videos, again, on Chem-X's YouTube videos, is to rinse down up, not top to bottom. For him, it helps see where you've rinsed, which is true. When you're doing a touchless wash, if you start from the top, it will rinse all the soap down, and then you'll have no idea where you haven't gone over. Your spraying is what cleans the vehicle, so it's really important to make sure you hit all the spots.
Man, that is a great rundown.
And what he recommends is start bottom to top, and then once you're done, rinse top to bottom. Make sure you get all it off. So
yeah,
we'll do the other side.
That's why I do it. Good job, man. It's nice to see someone, you know, saying how I do it the right way. And that just applies to foam cannons, really. Like if I was applying the soap at high pressure, then that would be doing the cleaning, and then I could rinse top down. High pressure would be when you inject the soap ahead of the pump. You just need a system that can switch between the two soaps ahead of the pump. But when you're putting it on with foam cannons, it's just going on so gentle that you need to hit it with the pressure while the soap is there and not miss a spot.
So the truck is still drying, but we're gonna do a quick little walk around and see what it's like. The tires actually turned out really clean for how dirty they were. I mean, they aren't perfect. This side, again, this is the driver's side, so I did not spray any heavy duty on this side. This is all just stars and stripes, which, I mean, for a completely touchless wash, that's pretty fantastic, if you ask me.
Yeah, it came out good.
The wheel wells, obviously, that is user error.
Oh yeah, you
spray those as clean as I should have.
That's the spot you can see where you hit with the pressure and where you didn't.
And yes, for those,
that's where you gotta hit it.
I am gonna do the roof and the top of the rooftop tent. I'm just gonna.
What about the roof?
A little step stool so I can reach up there. So don't be concerned. I am gonna read up on their M-Shine. I did get some of that and see if it's safe on chrome.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can
you're
see,
good.
Let me get a little close. There is some etching. Now again, I do have hard water, so keep that in mind. And the front part of this truck has factory PPF, so this stuff has been stained and etched well before I bought the truck. Disclaimer, this is a personal vehicle I am testing this on. This is not a client's vehicle, so this is my personal truck.
Good work ethic on that for sure.
But for the most part, I mean, really clean.
I'm glad to see that it worked out.
Going to be some water spots from the drying process. But if you were to, I mean, if you're a weekend warrior and wash your own vehicles and want to get some new soaps or try something new, this is great. It speeds up the process. You don't need buckets, you don't need wash mitts, you don't need grit guards, you don't need all that stuff. This is just spray on, spray off. It would probably help a lot if you had soft water. And
definitely.
he even says in his videos how much heat helps. So if you do have a pressure washer, a heated pressure washer, this will do way better. Again, tires do look really, really good. I did miss a spot right there, you can see.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, that's a great example right there.
Here in a second.
I missed that on the wheel there. I didn't pause it in time, but yeah, you can see where the pressure doesn't hit, man. You don't get the results you want, you know. So it's important. It's important to take your time when you're rinsing and get in real close. You know, I stay about this far away from the surface when I'm rinsing. And you know, I make sure the bottom, the top, just it does help you not miss a spot when you're rinsing, because everything will look good wet. Everybody knows that, you know, everything looks good wet. And that's the thing is, you know, once it dries, you'd be like, oh my God, you know, if you miss anything with the pressure, it'll show.
And see how much better the protection looks. But I mean, this side we did pre-rinse and did turn out a little bit cleaner. Not, well, I'd call it sixes actually. They're about the same.
Yeah, that's been my experience too.
I'd call it about sixes. Tires definitely look better with heavy duty on them. This side we did spray heavy duty in the wheel wells and the tires themselves, and the tires look great.
Yeah, they do.
Again, a little bit of user error over here. Didn't get the pressure washer as close as it should have, but it did turn out pretty good.
Yeah, I have those issues too.
There clearly is, I mean, this side I did let sit for a bit longer before I got the leaf blower on it. Obviously I started on this side, so it did get to sit. I'm gonna go look at the M-Shine though and see if it's safe on chrome, because if it is, we're gonna try it on these running boards.
Yeah, that
And maybe
those running boards, I mean, you know, that I've noticed that on certain things like running boards, chrome running boards, when they've been let go for a little while, you know, Stars and Stripes might not take off that stuff. And that's where, you know, a quick mitt or whatever to the surface would probably do it, even with Stars and Stripes. M-Shine, I mean, that would definitely be fine on chrome. It would definitely get it done. But there's nothing wrong with using a mitt in certain spots with Stars and Stripes too, if it's the first wash in a long time and you know that there's going to be a problem spot here or there. A lot of my customers who have big rigs, like the front of the stacks is a place where the combination of the heat and the forward-facing nature of it and whatever, something about it, it just sometimes that just needs a little agitation. Certain places, you'll always know where they are once you use it a few times. You'll be like, okay, I know I'm going to hit this. Or if it's just been too long, you know, if you keep after stuff frequently, like maybe you wash once a week, then that stuff won't pop up in the first place. But if it's been a good month or something or longer that you're now hitting the vehicle and it's been a while, that's when you bust out a little physical contact. Nothing wrong with hitting it up with the Stars and Stripes at the same time. Somebody mentioned heat in the comments here. Let's see here. Long haul there. I'm using the Stars and Stripes with all hot water. Crazy good results. Thumbs up. Nice. I'm glad to hear that, man. That's cool. That's cool. I really want to get heat in my wash bay. I'm going to do it. I've got my power washer with the big boom overhead has a general pump on it. It's an X Factor power washer that we got it with a GP pump, and it's rated for 160 degrees. So what I want to do is put a tankless water heater coming into the pump and set it at like $1.50. I think that'll be the best way to give heat to my wash bay, because like the traditional style hot water burner, like with a oil burner underneath, like they're just messy, and to vent the stack out is really expensive. I'd rather get a nice condensed, tankless hot water set up and just have a very small vent, maybe some LP or something to heat it with. I think that would be the best way to do it. So I'm going to try that here. I'm going to get that set up this summer. We'll get that going.
Bumpers. But in just a second, we are going to do the snake oil, which again is just a spray on, spray off protection. There's the passenger front fender liner does look really good. Tires look incredible. Another forgotten spot. Sorry, my camera just stopped for some random reason, but it does look really good. I mean, it's really clean. The tires look incredible. There was no brush used. It was just a spray on. I let it sit for maybe a minute, for 30 seconds to a minute. So great product. We'll get
That's cool. I'm glad to hear it.
the snake oil out, put it in a foam cannon, and see how well that works. Again, this had no protection before Stars and Stripes, and I did notice after I sprayed the soaps on and let them sit for a minute that it did in the process of rinsing it off, there was a little bit of protection. It did sheet off quicker than before the soaps were applied. Wasn't anything like crazy, but it definitely
could just
was
be
a little
being
bit
clean
sheeting than before. But again, if you're a weekend warrior and like to wash your own vehicles, or if you're a professional detailer, great products, and they work great. They smell good. They are scented. They do smell good.
Yeah, we've got blueberry scent on stars.
Especially if you are
Nothing on stripes though.
Owner, or if you like an owner operator, or if you own a fleet and are sick of paying the truck wash prices, this is a great option. He does recommend spraying about 6 to 12 inches away from the surface, because that pressure is what's washing the vehicle. So obviously you don't want to get too close, and you can even see right here, there's a patch right there that's a little bit lighter. Let me see if I can.
It's hard to capture on camera, right? I think I can see it.
Get it on camera, but there's a little patch right there that I did not hit with the pressure washer, and you can tell. You can see that the pressure washer though is what's doing the work.
Yeah.
So definitely, here's another little spot I didn't get right there. Definitely would take some getting used to. You can see in the time-lapse parts that I went back to habit and washed from the top down, and that's probably why I missed a few spots. I'm gonna hit the roof and the top of the tent, and then we'll get to the snake oil and possibly the M-Shine down there.
I'm jealous of your rooftop tent.
The M-Shine and snake oil, I did want to show how much soap I used. So I definitely did use a bit more of the stripes than I did the stars, but definitely goes a long ways. I mean, 1 gallon of, this will do 5 gallons worth of soap. If you get a 5-gallon pail, you can dilute it and mix it all up, so where it's just turn a spigot and it's ready to go. You fill up your foam cannons, and then you're off and away. The soap definitely goes a long ways. I mean, I used very little soap, and that's a full-size pickup. So I'm about to load up the foam cannon for the snake oil, and I did want to show what the temperature is. So right now it is 47 degrees. We just finished with stars and stripes. We're going to put the snake oil in, and I wanted to...
That's a factor too, outside temperature, like the colder it is, the less performance you get out of the soaps too. The warmer it is, the better the soap performance. So a lot of like fleet washer guys, when they're washing in the wintertime, they mix their soap stronger. And in the summer, they can mix them weaker. So that's the thing. Joseph sent me an email about cleaning their dump truck. Wondering if you want to do it anytime. Located in Suffield, Connecticut. That's super cool. You're local, man. Yeah, look up your email. We'll get to you soon. That sounds like fun. Jonathan D wants to know, can we have a 2 Suttner valve setup, like one for this 2-step and one for the foam soap and snake oil? Yeah, 2 ST164s, totally. I have that actually. I've got a whole power washer with an ST164 for heavy duty and snake oil, and then I've got another power washer, an ST164 for stars and stripes. And we could lay out something custom for one machine too. I mean, that's totally possible. Give us a call or something, and you can talk with my team. We can lay out all kinds of weird stuff. Let's see here. How to clean iron dust from rim. The best stuff would be those cleaners that turn purple, that remove the fallout. That's probably the best way to remove iron from a rim. I mean, of my line, either heavy duty or M-Shine would probably do it too, but I kind of want to get into those acids that they turn purple when you spray them on and they react with the iron. I think that's really cool. I forget what the chemical is, off the top of my head now, the actual component that does that, but that's definitely an interesting way to do it. But I would recommend that. Look up fallout remover. Jonathan D, yeah, you want to do the 2 valve setup and 1 power washer. I mean, it would take some brainstorming, but I'm sure we could probably figure it out, Give us a shout, though. I mean, my guys will be back in tomorrow. We're in Monday through Friday at 800-624-5403 is our phone number. And we can kind of help you figure out the best way to work with a bunch of different soaps, you know. Totally possible. So
to show the dilution. So in his videos, he does talk and even about the dilutions, and it does say it there on the bottle. He does say a little goes a long way, so I'm gonna see how little goes how far. So we're gonna use very little soap and see.
it just won't be very good foam.
Protection it gives us.
And somebody's calling me right now, but I'm on air, man. I can't take the call. But my guys are in from about 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard, generally, each day. Yeah, see how runny the foam is? I mean, that's obviously the thicker you mix it, the foamier it'll be. But yeah, again, we're a little foam challenged over here. We don't have the best foam quality, and I really want to figure that out and do better. But yeah, mixing it a little stronger, you will get better foam. But I don't know how much it needs to be. I mean, it's going to do its thing. You know, you're going to see the results there, even if it doesn't look like a ton of foam. We're pumping that music. Wait, hold on. Let's see the pro tip here. What does he say? Run straight water through your foam cannons after you're done for 30 seconds and it'll last a lot longer. Yeah, that's a very good tip. That's a pro tip. Yeah, if you rinse out your foam cannon when you're done with it, the soaps won't get a chance to crystallize inside the foam agitator, which would clog it up. But if they don't sit for very long, you know, it depends on what soap you use, but like some wax-heavy soaps can clog up if they sit in it for a short amount of time, I think. But I've never had any issues, actually. I don't actually rinse out my foam cannons when I'm done with them. But I use them all the time. If they're going to sit for a while, then, you know, they probably, whatever, if there's soap in them, they might dry out into some crystallized kind of form. Clog it up. So yeah, you can see already that stuff's making his truck slipperier. So it's doing its thing, even though, you know, mixed that thin, it doesn't look like great foam, but it still does its thing. You know, it still coats the vehicle. I don't know how that would impact longevity. I have no reason to believe it would be worse, though. Maybe I should do some tests.
I mean, it works. It's a little expensive, and I'll show you exactly how much all these cost, but I mean, the results speak for them.
Yeah. And that should last for like 4 or 5 months, man.
Speak for themselves. I mean, this thing, for being a spray-on, spray-off ceramic.
Thioglycolic acid.
Incredible. I mean...
Okay. So that's the stuff that turns purple on iron.
That's awesome. For a spray-on.
So Ball Boys, if you're still here listening, I'd be curious how long you think that lasts. Keep an eye on it for me, man.
2 to 3 months of protection. Sorry if there's a little bit of wind coming through, but I wanted to pull it out into the sunlight. I mean, come on, for being touchless.
I mean, it did come out really good.
This is incredible. You remember how muddy it was? There was caked on.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Salt, dirt.
It was a mess.
Mud. I mean, that's incredible. Now, I did hand dry it after I did the snake oil. Haven't done the windshield or the roof yet, but come on. That's incredible.
Joe Mama says, shout out from Indiana. Shout out from Massachusetts, Joe Mama.
The tent is really fun to dry because it just continuously drips.
Ball Boy says he'll do an update here in a few weeks.
My biggest suggestion, if you do end up getting this,
thank you, man,
yourself, is make sure.
Give me an update in a few months too.
Use your pressure washer to go bottom up and go in slow increments, because when you do miss, it will show.
Yeah.
There are places that I did miss, and the windows definitely need a glass cleaner. There's some hard water left over, but that's pretty incredible.
Cool. Well, I'm glad it worked out good for you, man.
Great for being, again, touchless. They look great. Imagine how good they'd look if you put a brush to them.
Yeah. And again, you could mitt down the surface after spraying on stars and stripes.
And I did
you
not
could.
use M-Shine. It does not. It does say it's a polished aluminum cleaner.
I should put something about chrome on that label, man.
I don't know if it's safe on chrome.
I really should put something about chrome on it.
Run my own truck.
Chrome's easy. I've not seen any issues ever on chrome
Email him
with anything I've ever had, actually.
I'd imagine it is, but better to be safe than sorry. So, well, that's it from us.
Cool.
Ball Boyz Detailing.
Killer job, man.
On the next video.
Look how good that looks. Starting it up and everything. Oh, the rooftop tent. I'm so jealous. Ah. Gotta get one of those. Yeah, so everybody stay tuned for Ball Boyz Detailing. I put their link in my description here. Look them up. Give them a follow. This is a great video. And I'll have to check out the other one you did on Liquid X. That would be pretty cool to see. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, I'll definitely give that a look for sure. Yeah, we'll watch that next time, man. Well, heck, it was an honor, man. I appreciate you putting your first YouTube video out and having my stuff be the topic. That's super cool. Thank you, man. Ryan Hewitt, Bob, have you considered a Canadian distributor of your line of pressure washers since they're manufactured in Canada? I mean, I don't think it would be very efficient unless, well, I don't know. I mean, I'd have to figure out a way to ship direct from the manufacturer within Canada to people in Canada. And I think that would be pretty easy to work out. I know that I've been working to try and figure out how to get my soap line up into Canada, since that would be the most unique thing that I could possibly offer up there. But the tariffs are kind of a problem to try and figure out how to make it worthwhile with small packaging to get it across the border. Sometimes people are only ordering like, a gallon of this or a gallon of that. By the time you get through the work on our end to put in the information to get it through across the border and the cost of the tariffs, it hasn't been feasible. And we have to figure out a way to get past that. We've made some progress. There's been some new developments. I use the Shopify platform, which has a new sort of marketplace thing that they're doing now, which is very helpful, it seems, to get across borders. And I think that might help us, along with a better relationship. We used to use UPS, they were helpful, but not super helpful as far as helping us make progress. And I think FedEx, now that we're using them, at least they're, there's people who hate FedEx who are further away because it does take a little longer for us to get to the West Coast from the East Coast. But their customer service has been so much better, and they're very helpful to us to get us into a bigger market. I think they're going to be able to help us get across the border. So I'll definitely have to keep you guys posted as we, get more progress on the Canada topic. I think that would be good. But I'll definitely think about that for the power washers. I think that would make sense. I think the issue is just trying to streamline like what is available in Canada, and is it the whole line or is it just certain things, and how do we do that? So we'll have to figure it out. Ball Boyz says, I know it isn't a true touchless wash because I use the towel at the end, but just trying to limit the hard water stains. Yeah, I mean, the best we can do without damaging certain surfaces, it seems, is about 95% clean. You're still going to see some areas like you noticed on your running boards. You still had that like filminess on the chrome on your running boards. There are soaps that will get all of that off. And I've worked with these kind of soaps in my past throughout my life, and they're just very harsh, and I've not come across anything touchless that's safe on everything and also gets everything 100% clean. The best approach I can figure out so far has been the 2-stage approach, like Stars and Stripes, and the method, the technique, to go along with it, with the good pressure washer and close contact. And I think, for me, and I always tell people, like, you only get 100% when you put a mitt to the surface. And I think that's true for like a real detailer, someone who knows how to wash a vehicle really well. But I've actually found that since I'm really not very good at mitt washing, so I get better results when I touchless wash because I've done so much of it in my lifetime, and I just tend to do a horrible job when I put a mitt to something. I'm just not very talented at that. So for me, I get a better wash when I touchless wash. So I'm kind of backwards in that way. Oh, so yeah, you used M-Shine after and it helped with the mitt. Yeah, I'm sure it would. I think Stars and Stripes with it, you know, just hitting the running boards with some physical contact would have done the trick too. I mean, you know, once you put a mitt to something, you're gonna do a lot of work. So, well, anyway, that was awesome. Well, I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. I appreciate it. Again, Ball Boyz Detailing, thank you so much for making your first YouTube video about my stuff. It's an honor, and I'll be back again soon. I'm definitely still trying to decide what, you know, I want to stick to a schedule here, and I'm gonna start putting this live streaming thing into my calendar somehow. You know, and try and hold to a schedule. I think it'd be kind of nice. But anyway, great hanging out with all of you guys, and definitely we'll be doing this again soon. All right, take it easy.